Good morning, students. I'm your English teacher, Meetu Madan. As we all know that from today onwards, the lockdown period has extended up to 3rd May 2020. And this is the time when we all have to stay home and stay safe and follow the instructions of our government in order to keep ourselves and our dear ones safe from this deadly coronavirus. So here I'm going to start with the online classes of English. I shall begin with the first chapter of First Flight, English Literature, A Letter to God. This story talks about faith, not only faith in God, but faith in humanity. Let me start with the story. They say that faith can move mountains, but what should we put our faith in? This is the question the story delicately poses. Should we trust God or should we trust human beings who are there on this earth as servants of God, as messengers of God? Truly, when this deadly spread of coronavirus is all around, whom do we trust? Do we expect God to come and save us? No. Then who is saving us? It's of course doctors. It's of course nurses, healthcare officials, medical staff, and every other person who's trying to keep us safe and guiding us what to do and what not to do. Definitely, this is the question that the story also poses. Let me start with the story. I hope you are all are following. Lencho is a farmer who writes a letter to God when his crops are ruined, asking for 100 pesos. Does Lencho's letter reach God? Does God send him money? Think what your answers to these questions would be and guess how the story continues before you read it. Now I'm beginning with the text of this story. Please follow, children. The house, the only one in the entire valley, sat on the crest of a low hill. From this height, one could see the river and the field of ripe corn dotted with flowers that always promised a good harvest. The only thing the earth needed was a downpour, or at least a shower. We are talking about rain. Lencho's house, situated or in the top of the valley, on top of the valley. Okay, and from this height, he could see the river and his field where he had sown the crop of corn. Okay, what he needed at this time was shower. Shower means rainfall, which would definitely promise a good harvest. The only thing at this time need the earth, that is, the crops needed was rain, rainwater. Throughout the morning, who knew his fields intimately had done nothing else but see the sky towards the northeast. Lencho knew that since morning my fields, my crops are waiting for the rain. So is it going to rain? Definitely a farmer is expecting rain so as to have a good harvest. And same is the condition of Lencho. Now, we are really going to get some water woman. Who's this woman? Woman is the wife of Lencho. The woman who was preparing supper replied, yes, God willing. That means whenever we expect something, whenever we predict something, whose help do we need? Whose blessings do we need? Definitely God. In this time, what are we expecting? That the cases do not increase. The positive cases of coronavirus do not increase. So whom do we trust? Definitely God. Same is the reply of his wife. Yes, God willing. The older boys were working in the field while the smaller ones were playing near the house until the woman called to them all. Come for dinner. Who are these children? They are definitely the sons of the farmer. It was during the meal that, just as Lencho had predicted, big drops of rain began to fall. Oh my God, what could have been the happiness of this man Lencho who was expecting rain since morning or since he had sown the crops? In the northeast, huge mountains of clouds could be seen approaching. The air was fresh and sweet. The man went out for no other reason than to have the pleasure of feeling the rain on his body. Such was his excitement. And when he returned, he exclaimed, "These aren't raindrops falling from the sky. They are new coins. The big drops are 10-cent pieces and the little ones are fives." This is the excitement of a farmer. Every drop of rain will give me a good harvest, will make me profit. So he's comparing the raindrops to coins with a satisfied expression. Why does the farmer have this satisfied expression on his face? Definitely because he's expecting rainfall, which is definitely a friend of farmer. With a satisfied expression, he regarded the field of ripe corn with its flowers draped in a curtain of rain. So beautifully explained. Ripe corn with its flowers draped in the curtain of rain, as if rain fallen upon the crops, on the flowers of corn, is like a curtain. So comparison is there, imagery is there. But suddenly, what happened? The strong a strong wind began to blow, and along with the rain, very large hailstones began to fall. This was something really unexpected. He was expecting rain which would help the crops to grow, and was expecting a good harvest. What did this happen suddenly? Large hailstones. Hailstone, what do you call? Ola. Okay, hailstones began to fall. These truly did resemble new silver coins. They were like pieces of ice. That's why the writer has compared them with silver coins. The boys, exposing themselves to the rain, ran out to collect the frozen pearls. It's really getting bad now, because if it didn't stop, it is not going to help my crops in their growth. Definitely, it is going to spoil the entire crop. It did not pass quickly. "It's really getting bad now," exclaimed the man. "I hope it passes quickly." It did not pass quickly. For an hour, the hail rained on the house, the garden, the hillside, the cornfield, on the whole valley. The field was white as if covered with salt. Completely, his crops were ruined. The farmer, a petty farmer, could do nothing. Whose help would he seek? What would he do now? Can he sow the crops again at this point of time? What is to be done? How will he earn money for his living? Let's discuss all this in the next video. By the time, revise and understand what the chapter is going to tell you. Okay, children? So in the next video, I'm going to explain further what happened with the farmer and whose help did he ask for. Thank you. Have a nice day.